EMU is a physical education curriculum program for primary school children that draws on traditional Indigenous games and also integrates numeracy literacy learning activities to engage kids in active and fun lessons. We initially developed the program because there was a need for Aboriginal education programs for primary school teachers to access. There's also a need for new physical education programs that enable teachers to deliver both high quality and active and engaging physical education lessons that drew upon the development of fundamental movement skills, but also fitness and physical activity needs of kids. In today's schools, we find that children are not active enough to be healthy, they're not fit enough, and a lot do not have the fundamental movement skills or the proficiency to move to enable them to be active. So having programs that target these elements of health are really important.
So there's been a few things I've observed. Definitely the resilience of the students involved. Also just their core skills, their kicking, catching, passing, and their communication skills and their teamwork. I think it's really improved a lot.
They find that they're more motivated and engaged when they're doing spelling and mathematics in a more active and engaging and, I suppose, more cognitively demanding way.
I know they've really loved the thinking while moving activities because they're not just stuck in a classroom writing out a spelling list.
I personally think it was a better way to learn because you're outside being active.
Really seen an improvement with the students' mental well-being.
How we get to come outside and do some exercise and how we get to learn while playing sports. I really enjoy that.
From the pre and post testing that we've done in the academics, we've seen a huge growth in recall of number facts and spelling and all those things.
Since the pilot project, we formed an advisory group of community leaders and Aboriginal elders, and we worked together to tailor the program as a professional learning course for teachers. Instead of the research team implementing the EMU program in schools, we were able to train up teachers to deliver and tailor the program in their own schools with their own Stage 3 students.
We started off in one of the big lecture halls and they talk us through the program, and they took us through statistics of how kids aren't as active as they used to be. So I went through that and why it's important that these kids are engaged and active and what it does for the brain and their body. Then we actually went outside for a good couple of hours and we played the games and went through them thoroughly. We also got an opportunity to teach the people that were there amongst our group to play the games as well. It was one of those days where you really take something away from it, and obviously we've taken a heap away from it and just brought it straight back to school. So yeah, it was an awesome day.
So having a resource that teachers can tap in both now and in the future might improve the quality of PE that we see in schools today.
Yeah, so our assistant principal, she isn't the most sporty of teachers. She actually finds teaching any kind of physical activity quite stressful. We've had her involved in the program at different times and she's loved that it's a lesson plan. It's really easy language to understand for someone who's not used to doing PE lessons, and she's just found it really easy.
With the funding from Port Waratah Coal, we've been fortunate to implement the EMU program in 10 schools in the Worimi and Awabakal regions. So we've had 20 teachers come through the professional learning course and around 500 Stage 3 students from the schools.
I liked how it was showing all the different Indigenous games because a lot of kids don't get to experience that at other schools.
They really embrace the culture, and I think it's really important for all students, whether they're Indigenous or not, to learn about Australian culture and Indigenous culture and actually get a chance at implementing and being involved in that culture in some way.
Yeah, I like learning about them because you get to learn about the culture of Indigenous people and learn all the names of the games in Awabakal. Yeah, it was pretty fun.
Some of the games that they've participated in really link to the new games that we play in today's society in organised sport like netball, basketball, volleyball, AFL.
So one of the games that you saw today was Marnbrook, and it has a really interesting background. It's touted to be the original AFL and where AFL was developed from, and they used to carry a possum fur skin ball, basically tackle and wrestle and try and recover that ball.
We've had lots of people come on board from Aboriginal education organisations, but then also members of the community You've really helped us tailor this program so that it's authentic and meets the needs of our community. It'd be really good if we could get the funding to make the program available to more schools so that they can tailor it to the needs of their personal community, to draw on the stories, the traditions, and really bring that to the program. We also hope that the students can engage in the cultural education aspects of the program and really take away an understanding and appreciation of the Aboriginal culture, and that lives on in the school way past the EMU program.
I think that it was really fun, and I reckon everybody does too.